Today we're going to be talking about neighbor-spoofed robocalls. I'm Steve, this is TQA Weekly, and you're going to learn why and how to avoid being a victim of a neighbor-spoofed robocall. So let's start by defining it. A neighbor-spoofed robocall is a call that is automated coming from your own neighborhood, meaning that it uses the first 6 digits of your phone number to identify itself as being local to you. Now that in itself should be the first sign of fraud, because most businesses that would be small and medium may be in the same area as you, but they won't have the same exact first 6 digits as you. Other businesses will resort to using 800 numbers or even 900 numbers, because when you have more money or you actually exist in more than one area, you need a phone number that everyone can access that is also partitionable with phone companies. So basically, that should be your first dead giveaway that there's a problem. The first 6 digits of your phone number should almost never match a valid business. The second thing is that you have to remember that anybody with a computer connected to a phone line can use software to do this. It is not hard. One of the biggest problems with phone numbers and identification is that there is no browser-like SSL certificate for phone numbers. If we were to have that, it would render that problem almost impossible to do overnight, provided that every single phone carrier simultaneously put it into place. We're lacking the legislation to protect people at the same time. So because it's easy to do, and because the phone number itself should almost never match your phone number at any point, here are a few things that you should consider. If somebody has a phone number calling you and the first 6 digits match, get the name of the business, hang up, and look them up. It is likely going to be a fraudulent call, and therefore the phone number and the name won't match, and you will have figured out that there's a problem. If there's a valid business that you do business with and you got this kind of phone call, hang up and call the actual number and tell them this is happening. This way the security department can get on this problem and deal with it, because businesses end up having to protect their own clients because there is no legislation to protect each of the citizens in itself yet. And there's no mechanism in order to do this in a way that is meaningful. There are plenty of technologies to help, but none of them meaningfully help anyone, especially when you can use a simple piece of software to change what the phone number is going to look like for the end receiver. And it's probably a good idea to start whitelisting instead of blacklisting. I know a lot of people out there have to take in pretty much every call, but if you don't have to do that, use a whitelist. Use your contact list in your phone as a whitelist. Therefore, only valid calls get an incoming call notice on your phone, and you are spared the harassment of neighbor spoofing robocalls. And many software applications out there that you can download from your app stores will help with this. I use a program called Haya. Now, if you really want to know what the solution is to this, it's something that we'd all have to fight for. It is to have something like the SSL certificates for websites put into place for phone numbers. That way, there would be an easier way of being able to trust phone calls, because you would absolutely know it's coming from a reputable business. Because one of the many things about phone numbers that is different from a domain name is that domain names that have SSL certificates attached have to be verified. Phone numbers don't. So I hope you like this episode. So like it if you like it, dislike it if you didn't. And if you didn't, you're probably a robocaller. Share with those that can benefit from this, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions for topics, email me at ask@tqaweekly.com or go to my website, TQA Weekly. neighborspoofed.com for the show notes on this episode, past others, find other ways of subscribing, and of course, use the contact form to email me directly. And you can watch me play on Twitch at twitch.tv/zaxis1981 every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evening. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.